Guys, welcome back to some more Graviteam Tactics MIus front. So this time we are of course trying to push into Stepanovka, but not just push into Stepanovka, we're also defending against what looks to be a Soviet counterattack. It's actually a sudden attack. We don't know what's going to be happening here, so we definitely want to get our boys into a position where they can return fire, maybe do some damage to the enemy forces, and overall we're also going to push our attack over here to the farm. There's going to be a lot of movement, a lot of combat in this particular Let's Play, and I can't wait to see what happens. I'm actually going to grab a few of these guys back here. I'm going to be moving them over here to the front lines. They're going to assist in basically attacking the enemy, or assisting us in attacking the enemy. I can only hope that they know what they're doing, because this is going to be major. So let's go ahead and get this started, guys. You know how I usually do this. We go ahead, we wait for some combat, and then we jump back in. But we are definitely in control of part of Stepanovka now. We just need to go ahead and take the rest. A few of these guys like Krum, I'm going to leave here. He's got a machine gun. I think if he spots any Soviets, he's going to waste them immediately. So let's see how it goes. We'll go ahead and get started, of course, and hope for the best, of course. I'm going to go ahead, deploy, and I'm going to take some of my guys, not a lot, but just some of them, and start moving over to the farm. So actually, I said not a lot, but I'm taking that big chunk, and I'm actually going to move into the woods over here. Let's hope we don't find any Russians in there, and let's hope that we get a flanking attack once this all gets started. But anyway, guys, we shall return. We're leaving some trenches to take that position, but I think it's important, very important, to attack the Russians firsthand, head-on, and hopefully cause some serious damage. I already see some flares popping up. It's more than likely going to be some Soviet soldiers approaching, but we'll have to see. Enemy contact has begun, guys, and it's definitely going to be some Soviet tanks. Not necessarily a great thing, because we also have this AT gun out of range, but I am stopping the AT gun to go ahead and open fire. Good shooting! One of the amazing things here is that we've got a lot of anti-tank guns right here in the front. Funk, Kleit, a bunch of other guys, and the Russians are falling right into our trap. Another hit that had to destroy the damn thing. Absolutely amazing shots there, and indeed, look at that thing. It's burning up. It is an absolute burning tomb of Soviets. We still got more tanks approaching, though. We better be prepared for that. Many more tanks approaching. So we want to be really, really ready to keep shooting at these guys. Keep firing. No, Funk! Not you, Funk. Oh, Funk is definitely out. Jeleman is also out. Very strange name there. But we've got to keep this firepower up right now, guys. We're obviously shooting from multiple locations. We've got a few other AT guns here. But that's really, this is really the most important one. And it looks like Klet is not going to be able to return fire unless he's able to get up very, very quickly. I don't think that's going to happen. Okay. Fortunately, it's kind of unfortunate that unlike games like Men of War, Assault Squad, things like that, you can't take another unit and go ahead and take position where the other tank is. That would be very, very helpful right now. We do, however, still have guys over here like Fischer, excuse me, and we're going to go ahead and just defend. Hopefully Fischer will be able to spot some of these tanks. But at the very least, we should be able to keep them out of our line of sight. We've got a lot of Soviet tanks bearing down on us. So it looks like we took another one out up on top of the hill. But we're going to need some serious assistance here. Alright, looks like we've got a lot of infantry coming too. I'm going to move back a bit, see what we've got to work with. Oh my goodness, look at those tanks. All of these guys are just going to seek cover. Can only hope that maybe our Stukas will come in to assist. Okay, there's definitely some gunfire going on up here. It actually could just be flares. But our machine gun is definitely responding to all the infantry approaching. If we can't stop the tanks, we can at least make it difficult for them to enter this area. And there's another tank down, so we're definitely firing. Doing something right. That could have been our AT gun over here. But we don't want to let them cross the bridge. So far, this is going all right. The one issue is, of course, the infantry we have in these woods. They're not going to do very well, obviously. Okay, some of these guys I'm going to go ahead and send to the east. We've kind of got to ignore that massive Soviet tank line to the left, on the left side, on our west side. I wonder if Blumberg... I think Blumberg is just an APC. But I wonder if he can do any damage here. It's going to be really tough for him to really manage anything. We could see that some of those AT guns are still firing, but their use is pretty useless right now, to be quite honest with you. They're not able to do much. Alright, massive amounts of infantry combat going on through here. Obviously, we're sending our men in. We don't want even the enemy infantry to cross the bridge. Let me take Ham, put him in this Dhaka. Oh my goodness, look at that freaking AT gun popped out of nowhere, guys. Or not AT gun, APC. This is unbelievable. We're going to try to destroy the APC. Our men do have some anti-tank grenades. Come on, men. It's Izayul. Also, damn APC. Oh, I think Fiedler's going to get run over. We're throwing a bunch of grenades at him, but he's moving just too fast to intercept any of them. Here's an airstrike. Going absolutely nowhere near where we need it. Thanks a bunch, airstrike. We appreciate your uselessness, I should say. There we go. We've also got some enemy artillery shells dropping in the back of Stepanovka. Luckily, we don't really have much back here. But we really need those Stukas to focus on those tanks back there. Keep it up, boys. Now, this is when the Soviets really get unbelievably strong. Just absolutely showing us their power, their might. We could just see the entire damn place is burning up. I'm going to try to get Dom out of here. We've got quite a few of these APCs. Should be able to help us take on the enemy infantry. Move forward with him. A lot of these guys are not APCs. They're just regular old trucks, and they can't do a damn thing. Fritsch, we've got to get someone to defend Fritsch. Get some boys up here. He's our last remaining AT gun, really. Do everything you can to defend yourself, Fritsch. There we go. Got some mortars coming in. Keep it up, boys. Keep it up. Got to get some more men over here to assist this central position here. I'm going to take Stomberg, and I'm going to fast move into these buildings, guys. We saw how effective it was when the Soviets launched attacks at us, excuse me, from the buildings. We're going to try to do the same. But I think the men see the gravity of the situation. Nice, another hit over there. So we're still getting a few hits. Not sure exactly who's firing, if they're AT guns or just basically a few recoilless rifles. But something is definitely happening. We're getting some decent shots. Got to keep that up. Alright, Keitel and Siedler having fights of their own with the advancing Soviets on this bridge. Keep it up, boys. Gotta at least try to take out some of these commissars. Good shooting, Funk. Be careful, Funk. Nice shot. These mortars are helping us big time. Alright, let's see. What do we have over here? I hear the planes. I hear them, guys. They're just not in the right place. Thankfully, a lot of our mortars are spotting the enemy here. Look at that. Look at this Stukas firing all the way back there. Just useless. Totally useless. Boom. Keep it up. We've got them under fire at this point, and I'm going to go ahead and move the men into that Daka. But another session of enemy contacts. More enemy tanks. It's like they're never ending at this point. The T-34s are everywhere. We definitely need our tanks to come to the battle. Unfortunately, in this battle, we don't have our most useful weapons, which are our Stugs right now. We did have a few Stugs. We don't have them anymore. They're in a different part of Stepanovka, a different part of our actual landmass here. So we've just got to go ahead and deal with what we've got and hope that it's enough, which I think you can both see, or you can all see, acting like there's two of you watching, that we need more than this. Nice shot. Somebody got that Commissar. I think it was Illinger. Come on, boys. All right, our Stukas are getting closer. Come on. Nice, nice, guys. Our Stukas are definitely attacking those tanks. Finally, they're attacking in the right direction. Whether or not they can stop them, I have no clue. At this point, as long as we can keep them outside of the city limits, we can do something about this next turn. See that there's a lot of smoke grenades being used, but a lot of that is actually our fire. We're really letting them have it. Come on, boy. What are you doing? Bombs them! Boom! That's what I'm talking about. We need more drops like that. That actually missed their tanks, but pretty damn close. Come on, Stukas. Give him hell. Oh, blowing the hell out of those houses. We're really trying to get vehicle hits, and right now we're only getting hits on their infantry. While that's useful, it's definitely useful, it's not enough. Well, then again, without any infantry, vehicles aren't going to be as useful in combat. You know, it's going to be easier to ambush them, etc. Without support. But you can see that the enemy definitely scattered here, and now those tanks are coming straight for this group of men. I can only hope that these guys have got some AT guns, something to counteract those enemy tanks. Don't stop now, we need more Stukas. Love that machine gun, it's doing a really good job. I think it's Scherer. Bring in more. Another Stuka. It's actually using the back gun. I didn't know Stukas had back guns, but there's definitely a back gun being fired there. Looks like the Stukas might be coming in for another attack. We also have some captives taken, although I'm just watching the action way too much to focus on them. I mean, that was almost a direct hit on the enemy tank, so maybe our bombs are not enough to take out these enemy tanks, these T-34s. A lot of them are pulling back, they're retreating, and that's good. As long as they stay the hell away from the city, I'm happy. Come on, boys. A few of these tanks, as you can see, like this one right here, are stuck. Due to the overwhelming firepower we're using. Stukas are getting awfully close to getting shot by the enemy. Oh, that's a nasty hit. They seem to have survived the initial attack. Come on, Mena. Oh my goodness, there we go, guys. Enemy artillery. And that's definitely flammable artillery. White phosphorus for sure. Ooh, yes, we can see our boys on fire. Gonna burn this whole damn area up. Oh, they are definitely trying to smash this area. And they are doing a good job, too. Trying to see if we have any more anti-tank guns. I don't believe we really do. We do have a large amount of these APCs, although I don't see really their usefulness right now. We're still going to go ahead and move them forward. Same with Dom over here. Maybe if we can get some side shots at the enemy armor, we could take a few of them out. At this point, it's almost trading men for tanks at this point. I'm totally willing to trade as many men as we need to wipe those tanks out. Keep it up, men. Looks like for now the airstrikes are over. Ooh, nice shooting. Bogged down. What's this? Alright, so some of the APCs we're moving in here are bogged down, but we're going to be trying to move them behind enemy lines. Not all of them are bogged down, but I'm sure at least one or two stuck in the mud. See that Wintler's moving just fine. Zorn is too. But I'm wondering if we get some flanking shots on the enemy, can we do damage to those tanks? Maybe, maybe not. Look at that. That white phosphorus was pretty nasty. I'm not sure if white phosphorus lingers. What I mean is, like, does the initial blast do damage, or is just that lingering white phos in the air enough to do some serious damage? I'm assuming it probably is. Let's go ahead and grab Krebs, Morgenstern. Krebs, Yoda, leave the room! If anybody gets that little reference there, you are awesome. Alright, we're going to do something a little crazy here. We're going to grab Schwab, and we're going to attack head-on. Do this for Deutschland, boys. Without some form of anti-tank, we're basically just going to be stopping their infantry while their tanks ride on through the town. We know that some of their infantry are already in the town, which is not good. But here we go. So I'm hoping that Kuntz and Schwab can do something about this armor. Come on, boys. Enemy's so close. We can taste their vodka. Get him. Get him. Come on, man. Kuntz, I know you've got anti-tank grenades. All we need is one or two AT grenades here. Someone's got to be brave enough to throw something. Well, there we go. There's a nice little explosion. Schwab. There we go. That was a grenade. Totally missed, however. Actually destroying the Taka in the process. Alright, looks like Gottwald, at least Gottwald, one of our APC drivers, is doing a pretty good job here at firing away at the enemy infantry, but the tanks have spotted him for sure. I think he should just focus his fire on enemy infantry units and ignore everything else. Come on, Gottwald. Oh no, Gottwald's bailing. That's it. He's had it. He has had it. Boom! It's a really nice hit right there. I don't know if it was actually a kill. Apparently not. Although I think you guys saw that as well. That was promising. Not promising enough. These T-34s are not easy to take out. Funkkeitel. Alright, now we've got Soviet tanks pouring in through the city itself. Looks like the mortars were doing their best to target them, but obviously a mortar is not going to pop through a T-34. No way, no how. It looks like Keitel is surrendering, although one of the guys in Keitel's squad surrendered right as a nice big explosion happened. He got very lucky. And there we go. That might be us. That actually might be our white phosphorus. It is. Yes, it is. They are not the only ones with white phos. And hopefully we can stop this tide of oncoming Soviets. Don't let them cross the bridge, boys. Definitely very effective white phosphorus. I can already see a bunch of gray dots. So we're definitely we're targeting and getting hits on the enemy infantry. But we are not stopping the armor, and that's what I'm most worried about. Obviously, in a battle like this, what I'll probably end up doing is retreating, coming back with some better tanks. Well, with some tanks, put it that way, and not waste our men. But the retreat sounds so terrible, like such a bad idea. Come on, bring in that white phos. We're gonna hang in there as much as possible to target them with the white phosphorus, of course. Boom! Another white phos explosion. That one taking out a commissar right on the line. And actually, that's a tank commander, so I don't think we got another tank, but I think that tank was hanging out around the area. Got caught up in that white phosphorus attack. It's too bad we don't have some better artillery here. What's this? Oh, I got so excited for a minute there. This is a great example of what you do or what you can't do when you're being absolutely stormed by T-34s. Obviously, we tried to get as many of their tanks as possible. I don't think we're going to end up getting many, if any, right now. But as you can see, we've done a lot of damage over here. Trying to see if maybe these guys could target that Russian tank. We do have two pretty nasty APCs, Speiser and Zorn. I'm not sure if they even have the armament necessary to waste this thing. Although it does look like it's pretty much stopped. It's definitely taken some hits to the side. In fact, that track, I believe, could just be a graphical glitch. No, I think that track is pretty much done. That track looks destroyed to me. Keep it up, boys. Spicer definitely has some rounds, but not capable of penetrating that kind of armor. And Spicer is gone, of course. Okay, we still got plenty of mortars. And the enemy has plenty of men. I think we should go ahead and count our blessings and try to waste as many of them as possible. The Russians can be extremely surprising. Still got Fischer over here. I'm going to jump to Fischer and see his position. So Schaefer could still technically do some damage to the enemy, but I think they're a bit too far off. Yeah, way too far off. Fisher, on the other hand, pretty much useless as far as I can tell. We did manage to get another tank. I don't know how, but could have been one of our AT grenades. You guys can see there, another one of the tanks is abandoned. This one actually doesn't look too badly damaged, so there's a possibility they just bailed out because they couldn't move. Probably not a bad idea. And over here, guys like Kurtz and Schwab are stuck in a battle of life and death against incoming infantry, and it looks like they're losing that battle pretty seriously. Boom! Oh my goodness. The Molotovs. Return fire! Shit, Schwab is down. Let's get some of these boys and move them over here in these houses. We know that the enemy is probably there, though. You want to be careful, but they're moving like they don't have a care in the world. Well, they're taking cover, but they're definitely getting way too close for comfort, the infantry specifically. And we still got a bunch of these APCs, excuse me. Things seem to have slightly calmed down. Of course, we've got plenty of men still in that area. It's not like the Russians didn't pay for this assault. But I don't really think there's much more we could do here. Captives taken. That's going to be our men, of course. Oh, no. Wow. There's actually Russians here surrendering. This just goes to show you the madness of this battle. They're all the way by the farm. I guess it's the machine gun fire. Nice shooting. That may have caused them to go ahead and surrender. Maybe thinking that they're in much more danger than they actually are. Of course, getting shot at by machine guns is probably a good time to say you're in danger. I will admit that. Guys like Sheriff's still alive. I'm not sure what they can do in this position, but they are trying. Now the Soviets are guarding that bridge. I think they feel pretty confident, and they definitely should. We do have a Soviet tank moving through the woods here. I'm wondering if we could do anything to it whatsoever. Might as well find out. If only we just had one more attack with Stukas, that bridge would have been the perfect place to launch it. I did not want the Stukas to attack, but they did not listen to me, yeah? They have a mind of their own. T-34 in the woods like this is a perfect target for somebody with an AT gun or just an anti-tank grenade, but it looks like our boys did not come prepared for that. Come on, men. So our guys are using some smoke grenades to cover their advance. Come on, we need an anti-tank grenade. Come on, you can do this, man. Schneller. There we go. There's an anti-tank grenade. We need more of them, though, and we need to throw them on target. Boom! Another one, guys. Another one. These T-34s are just so damn strong. I'm hoping we at least injured the crew a little bit. There's another one. Come on, blow this damn thing up. There's another one, throwing it, boom! Right in the engine. I mean, come on, that's right in the engine block. That thing has got to burn up. We should have taken a page from the Russian book and used some Molotovs, because a Molotov in that engine would just blow this thing to smithereens. As of right now, our men are just throwing a bunch of grenades at a tank that it just has armor way too strong to penetrate. Not to mention they're timed grenades, which kind of sucks when you think about it. Come on, your target is the tank. This tank may have just escaped certain death. Really not too much we can do at this point. At least that other tank army stayed more or less outside the city, and a lot of the enemy armor is really staying in this general area. They're not moving across the bridge, which is a good sign for us. I mean, 3 enemy tanks down is not bad. It's really not, considering we had no tanks ourselves. But obviously, this is not a victory. This is a losing battle, no matter how you look at it. Although we still got that artillery coming in. We still got some white phosphorus coming in. I can't give up yet. I just can't do it. I know I probably should. We got guys like Schaefer up here, and Fischer should be able to get some decent shots on this thing. Come on, boys. Just, the angle is not good enough. 2 of them! 2 tanks! Holy scheisse! Where did it come from? Now, one of these tanks looks like it's burning. I'm hoping that that's not just an illusion. In fact, it probably is. Come on, Fischer. We need you now. Boom. As you can see, Fischer's gun is not even that formidable. Schaefer's gun, on the other hand, boom! That's a direct hit, but it's on frontal T-34 armor. I don't think it's going to do a damn thing. And that T-34 has spotted us now. The good thing is this thing can fire many, many rounds, but they don't seem to be very effective. Boom! Come on! Just look at those hits! Come on! We need him to turn his side at us. That vehicle lost is almost certain that we just lost one of the AT guns. To show you the power of frontal Soviet armor. It's pretty hard to argue with. And Schaefer, they have abandoned their vehicle at this point. Say, cowards! At least we could see a tremendous amount of enemy infantry loss, probably mostly due not only to bringing in those APCs, but because of that white phosphorus. That really helped us in terms of stopping the advance of the Soviets across the bridge. Of course, it can't stop the enemy tanks, but it sure as hell put a dent in their infantry, and they are just scattered all over the damn place. Of course, our boys are also scattered all over those woods, so we're not in much of a better position. But you could see that they are not having an easy time getting across this thing. And actually, that tank is probably operational, to be honest with you. It's just that they abandoned it, maybe because they got bogged down, something like that. Maybe they took a lot of hits, but overall, that thing can definitely still do damage. See how our infantry is doing over here? I'm not seeing any Soviet infantry. I don't think we killed all of them. I know that they're somewhere. But They don't seem to have reached the front of the city all that well. Urbaka is facing them right now. 2 commanders. Nice grenade throw. Bundle grenade, you should be saving those for tanks. That guy just took 2 grenade hits to the back. Did he lose his arms? Look at that. Wow. That is one tough Russian. I mean, the guy took 2 bundle grenades to the back. He survived. Finally got taken out by a shot to the chest, but I'm surprised that he didn't go down beforehand. That's pretty amazing. These guys were just going to try to watch their infantry. Nice shot! Who the hell got that? Somebody just got a recoilless rifle shot. There's another one. 2 recoilless rifle shots on this tank. 3? It's not doing a damn thing to it, though. Oh, but look at this. This is great. One of these Soviet tanks got stuck in the trench. Totally useless at this point. So, we got 4 tanks. That crew might actually abandon that tank pretty soon. But it looks like Kupita has some decent anti-tank rifle here. It's just not... Well, it's just not effective enough to blow apart an T-34. But it's good to see that our boys are still putting up a fight. And the damn bastard got out of the trench. Usually when they're in a trench like that, they will actually pop out of the tank. They realize the futility of continuing, but in this case, they're doing pretty damn good. And I hope Fisher, with their AT gun expertise, have some AT rifles, but I don't, or AT rifles or AT grenades, but I don't believe they do. And I don't believe they're in a state of fighting back anyway, to be honest with you. Right now we know that the enemy's coming in from all angles. This makes our job a lot harder. Alright, we're still getting some good shots on the enemy infantry. We see 2 dead commissars over there. Those little gray flags. So our boys are still returning fire. I know the Führer will not give us the okay to retreat, but it might be a good time to do it. See over here, a lot of dead Soviets. I think these are mostly due to the APCs we brought in. Actually managed to do some pretty good shots here at this line of Soviets. Just look at them. They're all over the damn place. But, you know, with those tanks, it's not going to make a difference. We definitely killed a large number of their infantry. We killed a large number of their commanders. Likewise for them. But I think in a situation like this, we can definitely say that it's probably time to go ahead and run. Get the hell out of here, come back for some action later when we have armor. And we're not playing this campaign, of course, but if we were, you guys would see on the campaign map that we have some Stogs in different parts of the city, and those are the guys we'd be bringing forward. And I still can't get over that wonderful shot that we got on this tank. Basically cook some sausages on the damn thing. Although I don't recommend it, because tanks have gasoline in them, and it does occasionally explode. Come on, boys. Get this one. Captives taken. Few more Soviets still retreat, or I should say surrendering. You can see that these guys, the infantry is not as confident as the armor. That's not a T-34. That thing could be destroyed, I think. Fritzl, damn it, I know all you have is a machine gun, but do something, please. white phosphorus, and that time that's definitely enemy white phos. You can see that guys like Steinfeld, all these guys over here are still wasting the Russians as they try to cross that bridge. And that's one position that we probably shouldn't give up. So let's go ahead and just keep hitting this position with everything if we can. If we look at the north here, guys, Stepanovka East, and this is Stepanovka East, has been taken. Don't know how it happened, because we had men there before, but I'm guessing now we don't. So we're going to try to send some infantry over there to retake it, but really that's probably a bad idea, to be honest with you. In fact, sorry, I'm absolutely wrong. We lost Stepanovka Center. We still got the outskirts. Once we retreat, though, we lose it all. I mean, there's just no way around that. Once you retreat from this battle, there's no going back. Of course, we can go back later in the campaign. If you guys like this video, hit that like button, of course. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to call the retreat pretty soon, yeah. Although for me, it is tough to just retreat. I don't know, I get a bad feeling about it. Alright, we're going to go ahead and withdraw. I really don't like withdrawing in this game, but I think at this point it's for the best of the men. There's just nothing we're going to accomplish here, besides maybe getting a few more kills on enemy infantry, but that's not enough to make a big difference, guys. We've got to come back with something capable of taking out those tanks. Although I can't wait to see the casualties of this battle. I hope that we at least don't have as many casualties as the Soviets crossing that bridge, but I'm willing to bet we probably have more, just because of the damn tanks. There's really not much you could do with that. Let's go ahead and fast forward here. And yeah, that white phos is being dropped on us. The amount of white phosphorus and artillery being used in this battle has been pretty unbelievable, I will say that. And there we go, total defeat, which makes absolute sense. It looks like we had 230 casualties, 129 killed, 99 heavily wounded, 2 missing. The enemy had 59 killed, 74 heavily wounded, 10 missing. So we did manage to take more prisoners than they did, but it doesn't make a total bit of sense. And as you can see, they gained all of that territory because of our withdrawal, our retreat. And in this particular instance, we'd have to go back with some tanks, retake the city, and put it in our hands. Now, we do have Stugs. They would be very effective against the T-34s, but only if we play the battle right. Hope you guys enjoyed that battle. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and have an awesome, awesome day.